Right now it's 6, a missing 8-year-old found dead in Janesville. Police now make an arrest.
And the Eau Claire community prepares for a hospital closure coming earlier than expected. But some question if moving up the timeline is even legal.
You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 6.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at 6. I'm Ken Kozarowski.
And I'm Emily Brown.
We have breaking news tonight from Janesville, where a 20-year-old man is arrested in connection to the death of an 8-year-old child.
The Rock County Sheriff's Office says Davion Daniel Lathrop faces 5 charges, including first-degree intentional homicide and hiding a corpse.
Police found the 8-year-old dead at a Janesville home Saturday while investigating a missing child report.
While the search for the victim was taking place, detectives from the Sheriff's Office obtained a search warrant for the residence, and a comprehensive search was then done of the house. And that we located the victim's body.
The sheriff confirmed that Lathrop is a relative to the 8-year-old, but would not specify the exact relationship between the two.
A man accused of opening fire on La Crosse police has been sentenced. Back in February of 2022, then 33-year-old Curtis Ross allegedly attempted to steal a car. When police caught up with him, he shot at their squad car. In court today, Ross pleading guilty to second-degree recklessly endangering safety. The original charge was reduced due to a lack of evidence. He will spend 2.5 years in prison, followed by 3 years of extended supervision. The judge today in court not mincing words.
You could have been killed. Instead of being here today, we wouldn't have been here because you could have been shot dead.
Ross's charges of possession of a firearm by a felon and possession of heroin and cocaine were dismissed but read into the court.
The trial date has been set for the man accused of opening fire in downtown La Crosse. 32-year-old DeAndrew Grant is accused of shooting at a crowd of people on 3rd Street last June. He's charged with 6 counts of attempted first-degree intentional homicide and multiple counts of both first-degree recklessly endangering safety and substantial battery intended to cause bodily harm. According to court documents, Grant's trial will begin on September 9th. The jury will be selected that morning.
Yeah, we had another warm one once again, and actually a record at Eau Claire. It was 68, but actually the official is 69. So once again, another record for Eau Claire. La Crosse got up to 70. Their record was 74, so not quite there. Overall, we still got some special weather alerts out there just for the fire weather conditions right now, and it's mainly due to the low relative humidity. Once again, the winds are not too bad right now, and that's keeping it from being a red flag warning, but these relative humidities are quite dry. We're in the teens, even 20%. So once again, a fire can burn actually very efficiently at these low relative humidity values, for at least for this evening. But overall, temperatures should fall back down to the mid-40s this evening for La Crosse. Calm winds, a few high clouds. Same story for Eau Claire. Pretty mild conditions once again, getting back down to 43 at 11 p.m. Now, we do have wet weather coming on the way, but for overnight, it's just going to feel a little bit colder. We're going to have clearing skies, so our temperatures overnight as you wake up will be more in the 30s instead of we were in the 40s near 50 this morning. So it felt almost like summer-like as you woke up this morning. It won't feel quite as good tomorrow, but still dry. We do have rain on the way. We'll kind of break down that wet and cooler conditions that'll be coming on Pi Day, and then the weekend too, as well as that St. Patrick's Day weekend, and then obviously next week we have spring too coming. So we'll break all that down. Yes.
All right. Thank you, Greg. Well, an accelerated timeline. Hospital Sisters Health System announcing yesterday it will close its Eau Claire Hospital March 22nd.
Now, that's about a month earlier than the group previously said. News 8 Now's Allison Fergott has the story. Allison.
Ken and Emily, Eau Claire officials say they're doing their best to help community members as HSHS transitions out of the area. But a shortened timeline is making it harder, and some question if the move meets the legal requirements.
We're certainly disappointed.
Eau Claire's Sacred Heart Hospital now permanently closing on March 22nd, 4 weeks earlier than initially expected. It's a time of transition for the community, made even harder as they face a short timeline.
Most employers have a strong care and concern for those employees and their connection to the community, even when they're choosing to downsize or leave the community. Again, unfortunately, and to our great disappointment, that has not been the case with HSHS or Prevea.
HSHS first alerted employees on January 22nd that the Eau Claire Hospital would be closing. And now, exactly 60 days later, the hospital will be shutting its doors. It technically meets the requirements of the Federal WARN Act, which says employers must provide a written notice at least 60 days before their worksite is closed. But Eau Claire City Attorney says it's more complicated than that.
So the fact that the letter was dated the 22nd doesn't mean that we properly received it. And in terms of the cities of Eau Claire's case, we didn't receive full notice until the 29th.
Nick argues the hospital should stay open until at least March 29th. It only buys a week, but he thinks it's better than the alternative. For Nick, the situation highlights a need for more communication between healthcare systems and the communities they serve.
Perhaps, again, laws and regulations should be put into place so we're getting that regular reporting from the healthcare systems and hospitals.
But Nick and other Eau Claire officials are optimistic that the city is prepared for the change. A task force was created following the initial announcement that HSHS was exiting the Chippewa Valley. That group says they're now working on Plan B as it deals with a shorter timeline.
We have, whether it be blood draws or the need for mental health services, we are identifying what those appropriate sources are for us to use and putting plans in place to use those.
But it's something no one in Eau Claire wants any other Wisconsinite to experience.
And we certainly urge the state to look very carefully at how this process went, and as needed, consider new laws and regulations to help protect communities throughout the state from this type of a short notice closure.
Today, I also reached out to Wisconsin's Department of Workforce Development and the Department of Health Services for a comment on the early closure. We are awaiting responses from both. Ken and Emily.
Okay, Allison Fergut, thank you.
Well, if this April will be your first time voting in Wisconsin, the deadline to register to vote online or by mail is tomorrow, March 13th. To register by mail, you need to complete a voter registration application and mail that to the city clerk's office with a copy of your proof of residence. Your envelope has to be postmarked on or before March 13th. Then if you want to register online, you can head to myvote.wi.gov. And you'll be asked to upload your driver's license or ID number. Your address on file with the DMV must match the address you're using to register to vote. The online deadline for registering is 11:59 p.m. If you happen to miss the online or by mail deadline, you can still register to vote in person in Wisconsin. That's either ahead of time or on voting day itself, which this year will be April 2nd. We'll have more information on how to do that on all of our digital platforms.
Having trouble with your computer or smartphone? Well, no worries, because the students at Western Technical College are here to help. The computer support specialist students are running a free tech support help desk starting today through April 12th. The public is welcome to bring their computers or mobile phones for how-to lessons on how to operate their devices. The students can also assist with troubleshooting and small repairs. The hands-on, in-person experience is an impactful way the students at Western Tech learn their trade.
The students really enjoy it. When they graduate Western, this is the one experience that they treasure and they value the most. And so they would love to see this open on a year-round basis.
You can come by Western Tech's Business Education Center Tuesdays from 1 to 4 p.m. and Fridays from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Walk-ins and appointments are welcome, and it's free.
Moose Lodge in La Crosse is hosting a 2-day blood drive this week. In order to donate blood, you got to be at least 16 years old and weigh at least 110 pounds. The drive lead, Adam DeWitt, says making an appointment online is preferred, but you can also donate as a walk-in. The process takes about an hour, and one donation will help up to 3 people. DeWitt says there's always a need for blood donors.
There's always going to be a need for blood because it's something that they can't artificially produce. So human blood is in need all the time. Right now we're in an appeal where we're always asking people to come out and donate blood.
DeWitt suggests eating a good meal and drinking a lot of fluids before donating blood. Today's blood drive wrapped up already, but tomorrow's drive begins bright and early at 7 a.m. and that'll go until noon. President Biden and former President Trump inching closer to securing their party's nominations.
A look at today's primaries as voters weigh in on the race when we come back.
We've done many, many renovations. We bought an old house and have made it into an up-to-date house. Whenever anything involves plumbing, the first call I make is to Maxwell White. Their technicians put together a great final product.
Here's California banker Eric Hovde running for U.S. Senate. But Hovde's lifestyle? Pure California. CEO of a billion-dollar bank. Here's Hovde's over $7 million Laguna Beach mansion. And 3 years in a row, Eric Hovde was named one of Orange County's most influential residents. Multimillionaire California banker Eric Hovde. On Wisconsin's side, don't bank on it. Win Senate is responsible for the content of this ad.
Get an 11% rebate on everything you need for your big projects at Menards. For 65 years, Menards has been the one-stop shop for post-frame buildings. Whether it's protecting equipment or you just need a place to keep your toys, Menards has the post-frame building for you. Get free estimates fast when you design your post-frame building. Plus, get an 11% rebate on everything today. There's no limit to what you can save.
Save big money at Menards.
It's hard to explain what this feels like. Moving piles of earth, towing up to 4,000 pounds, cutting millions of blades of grass. We could keep trying to put it into words, but nothing compares to experiencing it for yourself. You just have to get in the seat.
Visit Tractor Central, take a seat, and see for yourself why nothing runs like a deer. Start now at TractorCentral.com.
Whether it's a bathroom remodel or comprehensive plumbing services, we at Maxwell White strive to keep our neighbors safe and comfortable in their homes, offering honest, upfront pricing on every service, all backed by a 100% satisfaction guarantee. Call Maxwell White today.
Well, tonight could be the night President Biden and former President Trump solidify a 2024 rematch for the White House.
4 states are holding primary contests with enough delegates at stake to make each candidate his party's presumptive nominee. Skylar Henry reports from Washington.
Voters in Mississippi made their voices heard at the polls Tuesday as President Biden and former President Trump marched closer to their party's nominations.
I'm just going to go out and do my civic duty and pick the best option for our country.
In Georgia, election officials said the lack of any real competition kept turnout low.
I've heard a lot of people say it doesn't matter what happens today because we already know, but I just don't believe that.
Georgia, of course, is a state where President Trump is facing criminal charges for his efforts to overturn the 2020 election results after Biden narrowly won the state. In a news conference, the Republican COO for Georgia Secretary of State seemed to take a veiled shot at Trump.
We can't take mistakes and blow them up to conspiracies. We know there are people who do that. There are grifters who gain from that every single day. But Georgia's always focused on security first.
In addition to Georgia and Mississippi, Washington State is also holding a primary today, while Hawaii Republicans are holding caucuses.
Whether you're Democrat or Republican, what really matters is what the candidate can do for the people.
Both President Biden and former President Trump could secure enough delegates tonight to become their party's presumptive nominees, locking in a rematch for the general election. President Biden participated in a closed-door campaign meeting Tuesday with Teamster members. Biden has planned events in the major battleground states of Wisconsin and Michigan this week, while former President Trump is expected to attend a rally in Ohio this weekend. Skylar Henry, CBS News, Washington.
Now, Trump is set to become the first Republican presidential candidate to clinch his party's nomination 3 straight times.
Grover Cleveland did it on the Democratic side in the late 1800s.
Well, today is National Equal Pay Day.
The day marks how far into the year women must work to earn what men earned in the previous year.
Yeah, we have dry conditions right now, but we are tracking the system out to the west. That's going to bring our next chance to rain on Thursday, Pi Day. But the good news is the weekend looks dry, and we'll also take a look at St. Patrick's Day, and spring is actually next week, too. All that coming up on your First Warn Weather Update after the break.
Bygoff and Rohde had your back then, and we have your back now. We've been Wisconsin's personal injury powerhouse for over 50 years. Bygoff and Rohde. Serious injuries need serious lawyers.
We forge steel bars that hold up bridges, propel ships, and send rockets into space.
But for years, China's been lowballing their prices, so it's been tough to compete.
We can't let China steal Wisconsin jobs, so I wrote a law to require American infrastructure projects use American iron and steel.
Tammy Baldwin got President Trump to sign her Made in America bill.
And then she got President Biden to make it permanent.
I'm Tammy Baldwin. I approve this message.
Tammy Baldwin has our back.
Now's the time to get a great deal on select Kubota equipment. Part of the #1 rated tractor brand for durability and owner experience in the U.S., they offer the versatility and reliability to get the job done right all year round. Right now, bring home select VX and L Series tractors for 0 down, 0% APR for 84 months. Contact your Kubota dealer for details.
Visit any of your local Johnson Tractor dealerships in Menominee, Baldwin, Osseo, and Arcadia.
In 2001, my father established La Crosse Fireplace Company. Since then, our family has had the privilege of helping families create a warm, gathering place in their home. Today, my brother Jeremy and I are the second generation to carry on the values and traditions that was started 23 years ago. Whether it's a remodel or a new installation, La Crosse Fireplace Company looks forward to serving you for many years to come. La Crosse Fireplace Company, because your place is by the fire.
Ever wonder why most window replacements fail? It's the installation process. Hi, I'm Steve from Clear Choice. Many companies rush through installations using the caulk and walk methods. They pop the old windows out, slap the new ones in, add a few screws and smears of caulk, then hurry on to the next job. Your window ends up barely hanging on. At Clear Choice, our Weather Guardian installation process ensures your windows are secure and airtight. Don't compromise on quality. Choose Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions for windows that stand the test of time.
Bygoff and Rohde. We've been Wisconsin's personal injury powerhouse for over 50 years, and we have the #1 personal injury attorney in Eau Claire. Bygoff and Rohde. Serious injuries need serious lawyers.
Thank you for watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
Today is Equal Pay Day in the U.S.
The symbolic date represents the number of days women have to work into the current year just to make the same amount of money men made in the prior one.
That means to make 12 months worth of a man's median wages, a woman has to work about 14.5 months. According to the National Committee on Pay Equity, women earn 84 cents to every dollar a man makes.
The most egregious pay gaps are among financial managers, retail salespeople, and education and child care administrators.
While there's still work to do, in general, the pay gap is narrowing.
Well, how about those temperatures today? Two
I
days
love
in a
them.
row of we're hovering around 70 degrees.
I know, it's so nice. We'll have a little bit of warmth tomorrow, but we are headed for a little bit of a cool down and some rain. But that's okay because spring and St. Patrick's Day is ahead of us, and what's not to look forward to?
No, we got plenty to look forward to. But yeah, we got about another 24 hours till the wet conditions do arrive, and we could use the rain for a lot of areas with the drought conditions going on. But for tonight, the bigger difference coming in tomorrow morning is going to be really the temperatures are going to be cooler. We'll have less cloud cover in the way, so unless waking up like we were in the 40s to near 50 for some areas, we're going to be more into the 30s to the 20s. We're a little closer to where we should be, but still a fairly mild start to the day. We'll see on and off high clouds begin to thicken up, especially towards the afternoon hour. Still getting up to the upper 50s, near 60 for most areas as we get towards the noon hour. Then afternoon, we'll start seeing the winds pick up. Cloud cover will start thickening, especially as you go further south. Still looking dry for most of the evening commute. We might see an outside chance of a shower if you go far to southern Wisconsin, but I think most areas will stay dry all the way through 10 p.m. at least, when we'll start seeing some rain begin to approach the area from the south, but it's still going to be really after midnight for most. Relative humidity, we saw it fairly dry once again. We got probably one more day of really low relative humidity in the afternoon. So we'll start off fairly moist, but then by the afternoon, we're looking at teens to 20s. So once again, we'll probably have some fire weather concerns. The winds won't be as strong once again, but it'll be the relative humidity that we'll keep an eye on. So that'll be the last day we'll really deal with that. Otherwise, we do have that system that'll be lifting from the north, from the plains. It's really going to start affecting it'll be the Thursday morning commute for at least I-90 south. This batch of rain, which right now could be some moderate to heavy rain for southwest Wisconsin as this lifts up. This will kind of stay predominantly south of I-94, so anywhere north of that, less and less looking likely that we're going to see some rain. This will begin to wrap up As we go through the afternoon hour, I think we'll still see some breaks here and there. It won't be an all-day rain for all the locations. And then for the evening commute, still looks like wet or dry for an evening commute. And then we'll have to keep an eye as we go into Thursday night about the potential to see some snow mixing in or changing. Right now, it doesn't depict that, but it is an opportunity as we start cooling, and we'll see if that sticks around for the Friday morning commute. I think Friday morning commute's looking more and more dry. We'll just keep an eye on those temperatures to see if we get any type of slick spots with room for refreezing, if I could talk. Otherwise, precipitation, a sharp cutoff as you go from south to north, from almost 1 inch in southern Wisconsin to less than maybe a tenth is all the way up to Ladysmith. So it's the haves and have-nots. Now, we definitely could use it down here, and we'll see if this pattern continues. It could shift here maybe even further south. Thunderstorm-wise, all the severe thunderstorms should stay to the south of the area, but we could see some embedded thunderstorms far southern Wisconsin with that first batch that comes up Thursday morning. That could actually have some moderate or even some heavy pockets of rainfall throughout that area. But for tonight, it's just going to be cooler. We're not going to see those 40s and near 50. We'll be more in the 30s as you wake up with generally clear skies with that light northeast wind. Winds will pick up a little bit out of the east tomorrow. We should still get up into the mid-60s with increasing clouds towards the afternoon and evening hour. Still should remain dry. The rain will start coming in later Wednesday night, in some areas more towards Thursday morning. Not an all-day rain, but pretty good amount of rain that some areas could pick up Thursday morning. And as we go through the weekend, we definitely will see a cool down. St. Patrick's Day 40, which is below average. Then going Monday 38, which is about 7 degrees below average. So
chilly,
we're going to see some colder air. The good news is there's no snowpack to the north, so that will moderate the temperatures a little bit, else it would be a lot colder. So, you know, we've been spoiled, so we can't really complain of being a few degrees below average.
That's very true.
Yes.
All right, Craig, thanks for the latest. Coming up next in sports, going for gold. The NCAA Wrestling Championships come to La Crosse this weekend, and there's one Eagle who's trying to make it to the top once again. Cade is next.
Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions, your choice for quality, affordable windows, installed by our experienced team. Contact us or stop into our showroom today for your free estimate.
Mobile Health Partner offers on-site drug and alcohol testing, saving companies time and money while ensuring a safe, productive, drug-free workplace. We ensure convenient, accurate, and confidential results right at your location. Busy job? Make scheduling easy and contact Mobile Health Partner today.
Here at the Y, we offer more than just a job. We offer the chance to make a difference in a fun, flexible environment where our mission and core values drive every decision we make. Join us in this amazing work. For specific positions and details, visit our website.
To everyone who believes in tradition, come enjoy a few of ours from Wisconsin.
People in Wisconsin love a good fish fry.
Really love. And we love sharing it with guests everywhere.
At Culver's, we still batter our North Atlantic cod by hand to order.
And we cook it to a crispy, golden perfection just for you.
For you.
For you. So it's crispy outside, flaky inside.
Let us take care of you. With some homegrown traditions we were raised on.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
What I love about T-Mobile is that just about anywhere you go, you're going to have coverage.
Where I live is a rural area. The coverage has been awesome.
Reliable coverage is super important for me, for my business.
And after investing billions to light up our network from big cities to small towns, T-Mobile is America's largest and fastest 5G network. See for yourself. Try T-Mobile's network free for 3 months. Your phone, our network, no strings.
Here at the Y, we offer more than just a job. Experience the personal satisfaction that comes from nurturing the potential of youth and teens, improving our community's health and well-being, and providing support to our neighbors. Join us in this amazing work.
Prior to working with Mobile Health Partner, the random drug selecting process was really quite cumbersome. It's not only helped increase our efficiency, but it's really become kind of a one-stop shop. They're able to come out right to our work site, take care of the business that needs to be done, and they're able to go right back to work.
Covering all of the exciting action from your community, here's News 8 Now Sports with Cade Overton.
Welcome to News 8 Now Sports. I'm Cade Overton filling in for Rob Schiff. Later this week, all of the top NCAA Division III wrestlers will take over La Crosse for the national championships. UWL has 7 wrestlers competing for a chance to take home the gold. One UWL wrestler already knows that feeling, but now he wants it again. For UWL's 157-pounder Nolan Hurdle, the NCAA championships are nothing new. This will be his 3rd time in the tournament, including a 5th place finish in 2022 and taking 1st place last season, but now he's got the target on his back. A little bit of a different feeling going in, but for Hertel, the hunting doesn't stop.
Me and Coach Malachek kind of talked about at the beginning of the year where guys are going to be kind of targeting me, but he had a good way of saying it, kind of flipped it around and kind of still being the hunter. I couldn't imagine, having a better place to finish than in the lacrosse center, wrestling for another championship.
Well, it has a chance to be a storybook ending for Hertel, a senior wrestling for the Eagles one last time, trying to win another national championship in front of the hometown fans. Wrestling starts Friday at 11 a.m. with the championships set for Saturday at 7. The free agency madness continued today, and Minnesota's offense going to look a little different. First, the Vikings went out and signed quarterback Sam Darnold to just a one-year, $10 million deal. So not a long-term replacement, but someone who can fill the role until they get a more permanent guy. Darnold spent last season as the backup for the San Francisco 49ers. Before that, he was on the Panthers, where he would eventually lose the starting job. And Packer fans look away because the Minnesota Vikings went out and picked up running back Aaron Jones. Jones was released by the Packers and was in free agency for not even 24 hours before the Vikings picked him up on a one-year, $7 million deal. Packer beat reporter for The Athletic, Matt Schneidman, reported that Green Bay wanted Jones to take more than a 50% pay cut, and when the two sides couldn't come to an agreement, the Packers made the decision to release Jones, and now he'll be facing the Packers twice next season. Bucks still on the West Coast tonight as they take on the Sacramento Kings for a late night tip starting at 9 o'clock. Milwaukee 7-2 in their last 9 games and currently have a 1-game lead for the second seed in the Eastern Conference. Just 17 games left in the NBA season, and then it's playoff time. That's all for sports. We'll be right back.
Stories are told on our Instagram at WKBT News 8. Or you can always find us at news8000.com.
During Markdown Madness at Dahl Auto, choose from over 1,300 vehicles with special sales event pricing. Then make no payments until June, plus get $250 in accessories. Make a fast break to Dahl Auto.
Get solar and get saving with Olson Solar Energy in the La Crosse area.
When you're talking to someone and you call someone at Olson Solar, it's not someone in Utah, it's not someone in California, it is someone local right here. By doing that, we control the entire process. So we control the project management, we control the design, we control the installation, the electric, the hookup, permitting, and that really sets us apart.
Stop into our location near you or give us a call and ask us about our Earth Day promo.
It's Blaine's Farm and Fleet's Rewards Members Spring Early Bird Event. Now through March 20th, we're showing extra appreciation to our rewards members with exclusive members-only deals. Right now, get a half-price Mobil 1 oil filter when you buy a 5-quart jug of oil. Buy 3 tires, get 1 free. Rewards members get an extra $25 instant savings and up to a $100 consumer rebate when you buy 4 Cooper tires. Shop unbeatable rewards member deals and more for just a limited time in-store or online at farmandfleet.com.
Have your own 5-star experience at Dahl Auto.
All right, overnight, probably the biggest difference is going to be the temperatures. We were in the 40s, near 50. It felt more like early June this morning. Tonight, it'll be more in the 30s, maybe 20s. Still fairly pleasant for this time of year, just maybe not quite as warm. Tomorrow, more clouds in the afternoon, still getting up to 60s. Could see some records, and then it does get wet for most areas come Thursday, but we do dry out for Friday.
All right. Thanks for joining us tonight at 6.
We'll see you at 10.